So, I got a big announcement to make when it comes to future content on this channel. I've been thinking about this for, I should say, the last couple of months. And like I stated, this has been pretty tough over the last several of months, and it's just one of the things that absolutely brings content on the channel that everybody likes. And yes, we're talking about TV purchases as well as doing the full-on, unboxing and then the reviews, which I have to admit, I've actually had a lot of fun doing this stuff, and especially trying out new televisions and new, specs with the new types of technology that TVs have been getting in the last, 2 to 3 years. But we've actually now have learned everything about every single TV out there. We basically started doing this right around COVID time back in 2020, and it was because, a lot of us lost our jobs, and honestly, there was just, I was one of the people that was laid off, and I actually got that nice bonus money that, people that lost their jobs were basically eligible for. And honestly, it was pretty nice while it lasted. But with that money, there was just staying home and not figuring out what to do. So with that money, we've actually decided to, try out newer, more pricier TVs, meaning $1,000 upwards to $2,000 type of TVs out there. So we've checked out TVs such as Samsung, TCL, Hisense, LG, Sony. We've tried all 6 of the major brands, and then we've tried also each individual type of TV panel out there, meaning QLED such as edge-lit, full array local dimming, mini LED, OLED, and then as well as QD OLED. And honestly, I've been very impressed with all of these types of TVs. And then there's been couple other, certain type of panels like direct LED, which I think it's like a next, it's like the next step up from edge-lit, but not quite up to full array. And this was something in the Sony X800H TV that we got back in 2021. And even then, that was definitely still an impressive TV, even though it was a more budget, lower, tier from Sony. It was still actually quite excellent. So we've actually learned all of the TVs, all the different types of the TVs out there. And honestly, I think we're about done at this point. And that's actually what's going to be happening in just a couple months, especially when you look at things like tariffs and such that's going on. I'm not trying to get, into politics or anything like that. But with the way that stuff is going on here in the U.S. that we're currently in, especially when it comes to tariffs on items from different countries and whatnot, this could just be a lot more harder for pretty much us. So honestly, TVs are just definitely really pricey as it is, but now they may actually become even more pricier, including something that we're hearing rumors about, the new Nintendo Switch 2 that just got unveiled. But with all that being said, I have actually found out what our favorite type of TV is out there, and that is OLED. OLED is definitely by far the superior TV out there. It doesn't matter if you get an LG, a Samsung, or even a Sony, or whatever other brand that makes OLEDs, like this new Sushi or Sunsti, however you pronounce them, even though it's either them or possibly Philips. So far yet, Vizio, Hisense, and TCL don't make OLEDs. Vizio did in 2020, but it wasn't a super good TV from what reviews have said. But when it comes to LG, Sony, and Samsung, honestly, OLED is definitely the way to go. And I know I've talked about this multiple times on this channel, but it's just OLED has been what we've liked, and everybody is right. OLED is definitely by far the greatest. So, with all that being said, we are going to be getting 3 more TVs in just the next couple of months, and then that is going to be it. There will not be any more future TV purchases and future reviews on this channel. So, this is the big announcement that I wanted to give you guys. And it, like I said, we got the tariffs and all this crap going on, and stuff may get harder, so we're going to have to figure something out. And because we've learned everything about what every single type of panel TV out there does and has to offer, OLED is definitely what we've been playing on the most over the last year or so, and I think that's what we're going to stick with. So, with this last bit, we're going to be getting our last review TV that you will be seeing on this channel, and I'm meaning it. This is going to be the last review, like TV review, on the channel, and that is going to be the Samsung S90D in just a few more weeks, and like middle to late May is when we're going to be purchasing it and hopefully getting it. But we've also made this decision, and I think we actually thought it through. After we get this Samsung S90D, we're going to go on ahead, purchase one more LG B4, and then another S90D. That way, for the next 10 to 15 years or so, or at least a minimum of like 8 or 9, we won't have to worry about purchasing a new TV for quite some time. Now, I don't expect TVs to get that much better. There's been talks about we're getting some kind of new couple type of panels like tandem OLED and as well as WRGB mini LED type of TVs that's supposed to help and, enhance the colors and whatnot on LED TVs as well as OLEDs. But I still think right now, with TVs that we currently have or that we've been getting the last 2 or 3, possibly 4 years, I still think they look honestly good and colorful. And a lot of people are, have said, or some content creators, I should say, have said that regular WOLEDs are washed out colorful, pictures. And I don't believe that's the case. Yes, QD OLED is going to be better. Even if it doesn't matter if you go with either Samsung or Sony, QD OLED is better than WOLED. But that doesn't mean that WOLED still doesn't look quite excellent, because it personally, to me, does. Like, I have an LG B4. That is definitely the best colorful LG, OLED series that we have bought. And I mean, it's definitely better than our C3. And our C3 is supposed to be basically on par with it in terms of color, HDR brightness, and just highlights in general. But I did, after reviewing the LG B4 a couple months ago, it was absolutely stunning. I could not believe how good that the colors looked on that. They almost were close to what QD OLED has. Still not quite up there, but man, were they good. I honestly could not, I did not ever see an LG OLED look that colorful than what the B4 has. And I mean, the C1 is the lowest and oldest OLED TV that we currently have right now, and I still think the colors look great. Even in game mode. Like, that's what we technically use it for, is gaming, and I still like it. I still think it's colorful. So, yeah, after this, this is the end. As much as I hate to say it, for those of you that subscribed and started watching this channel just for TVs, because they're just one of the most popular things, I hate to say it, yeah, it's definitely ending in just a couple months. Well, basically, technically, a little over a month after we get this Samsung S90D, at least the first one. Because after this, we're not going to be doing no more TV reviews on this channel at all, or at least for quite some time. Especially with, like I said, with how everything is changing and especially the US, we got to think hard on this, because not just this, but also the idea that we're actually starting to get burnt out on doing this stuff, and it just keeps, making us dry. Yeah, I just think it's time. As long as we have plenty of OLEDs to get us by, we are going to be set in stone. We're going to be completely set. So, yeah, the Samsung S90D is going to be the last TV review that you're going to see on this channel. And then after that, everything from there on out, you're just going to be seeing gaming content and just us basically doing all the other types of content that we usually do. So, I know it sucks, and I know I've said this, on a few different videos, but it's been pretty darn hard when that stuff is just what really brings content to your channel. But we're definitely going to have to change things up this year, especially with, like I said, with tariffs and all the stuff that's going on right now. We're definitely going to have to change it up. And because we've just been sticking with OLED for like this last year or so, at this point, it's just like you're already got what is best out there, like QD OLED and OLED just in general. Why not stick with what you got? So, yeah, honestly, I thought about this really tough, and this is what our decision is for the future of this channel. There's only going to be one more TV review video that you're going to be seeing on this channel in just a month or so, and then after that, there's not going to be no more. It's just simply going to be strictly gaming content and just our other normal stuff that we do, YouTube videos and such on. Just going to be mainly gaming and other tech stuff related. Now, we are going to be getting the Nintendo Switch 2, not at launch, not in just a couple months when it comes out, but probably sometime more so toward either the end of the summer or possibly toward Black Friday toward the end of the year. But we will be getting the Nintendo Switch 2, playing with it, unboxing it, and also doing a full-on review for it, just like we did with the PS5 Pro a little over 2 months ago. So, just wanted to make this video for you guys, because honestly, I know, I hate to say it, but this time, we have to do it, especially with what's going on. This is something we got to do, and TVs have been something that we really like, but we've been doing this for 5 years, and it's kind of starting to get burnt out, and we just keep, having some new ones, and we've learned what every single type of TV panel out there does and what it offers. So, we've technically done everything as to what TVs have to offer. But no matter what the odds are, QD OLED is going to forever be the king. It is going to be fire. It will forever be fire for TVs unless something we get is better than it, and it can enhance the colors and contrast slightly a bit more. But honestly, if there is, it's not going to be that much better, because I'm telling you, once you experience a QD OLED TV, even if you went from a regular OLED to it, you're going to be like, wow, that's insanely pretty. So, even then, if TVs can get some extra bits of better in terms of picture quality, it probably ain't going to be that much of a difference to tell, because QD OLED is just by far number one. It is literally the best TV in the world. The best TV panel out there. You cannot get no better than that. So, yeah. Samsung S90D we're going to get, and it'll be our last video on a review TV. And then we're going to purchase another B4, LG B4, and as well as another S90D. And then, that's it. We will officially be done for a long time. It is going to be over. And we're going back to our normal, routine. Just wanted to make this video for you guys to let you guys know. Just figure I share it. But, yeah, this is Tech and Gaming Reviews. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you could, smack that like button. subscribe if you're new to the channel, and also leave us a comment down in the comment section down below if TVs were one of the main things that you liked about this channel, and what kind of TV do you have, if it's an OLED tube, and how's your experience with it, and do you game on it? Just let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you later in the next video. Peace.